So what we've got here is the KLIM Marrakesh jacket and the KLIM Marrakesh gloves as well. I bought these about 3 weeks ago, but I've done about 1,000 miles now, so I thought I'd give my thoughts on the last 1,000 miles of wearing this set. So if we talk about the jacket first of all, it is made from 1000D stretch woven nylon, and it has got 4-way stretch for comfort and mobility. It is extremely comfortable to wear. It is the most comfortable motorcycle jacket that I have ever worn, and I've got a few different sets or pairs, and it is designed to be protective but also unobtrusive, so I can move about freely when I've got it on. When I'm out on a bike, don't really feel it. I hardly feel it at all. The entire jacket is breathable. It has got constant airflow, so it's not one of the jackets where you've just got pockets where the air comes through. The entire jacket is breathable. Works fairly well even at low speeds, although it does tend to work better obviously at high speeds when you've got the wind really coming onto you. But at low speeds, what I tend to do is I just zip it down a little bit, and with the wind coming in, then the air coming in, it's very, very comfortable. It has got these zips on the sleeves, and if you pull these, it opens up, so you've got extra airflow coming in. Makes a massive difference, huge difference. You've got that one there as well. You have got your pockets here as well, so if you haven't got anything in there, you can open them up and get a bit of extra airflow. So you've got one in the sleeve there, and you've got one on the chest area here as well. And I don't know if you can see that there, but it's that breathable material as well, so it lets air in quite nicely. Although it's a summer jacket, living in the UK, of course, summers don't always mean dry, so it is waterproof as well. Well, I'm saying waterproof, water resistant probably. It's treated with a hydrophobic coating, which means that when it rains, the water just beads off it, and it is designed to dry really quickly as well. So not going to keep you dry if it's a heavy shower. If we've got storm data or something like that going on again, it's not going to keep you dry. But I've been out when it's been misty, and when it's misty, it's always wet. It's very, very damp. I've been out when it's been raining as well. Not a heavy downpour, just a sort of light rain that lasts about 10-15 minutes, and it's kept me completely dry, no issues whatsoever. So yeah, it isn't a waterproof jacket, but it does have some waterproof or water resistance properties at least. I have been out in heavier rain with it, but then I did put my my overcoat, my Oxford raincoat, my rain jacket over the top, and obviously I've stayed completely dry because the Oxford is fairly decent at keeping it dry. Now it is a very safe jacket. So we've got some armor, D3O armor here in the elbows. We've got some here in the shoulders as well, and I've got a great big back protector on the back here as well. The thing with the armor is it's not stiff. It's very flexible, and again, it's very, very comfortable. It is honestly the most comfortable jacket, motorcycle jacket that I've ever worn. I know I've said it before, but it is just extremely well designed, very, very well designed. I've had it on, the longest I've had it on was about 16 hours, and I could have worn it all day. I could have worn it longer than that without any issue. One thing that I have noticed though is it gets dirty really quickly. It might just be this color, but it gets dirty really quickly. So I had an issue with my bike where the spotlight bracket had broken, so I had to fix that, and didn't take the jacket off. When I was finished, I had oily marks on it, and it might be because of the coating that is on it, but marks like that come out, you really struggle to get the marks out. I've got other jackets where if you get marks on it, you can just sort of wipe it off again, and not really much of an issue. This one is a different story. yeah, the marks don't come out that easily out of it. So do bear that in mind. Storage wise, we've got this pocket in the chest. It's quite a big one, so you can see my whole hand will disappear in there. We have got the 2 pockets on the side. So I don't know if you can really see them if I pull this up a little bit. So we've got two pockets on the side here. They are quite big as well. We have got obviously this one here on the sleeve, and this one I should add as well. This one here on the chest has got a little hook as well, so you can maybe put some keys or something on there. We've also got, if I unzip this, on the inside we've got a pocket there as well, and again you can see my whole hand disappearing. Not quite as big as the one on the outside here, but still a fair size. So decent amount of storage on the jacket overall. Decent quality zips as well, YKK zips. I think that you do get a different version of this with a different number of external pockets. I think some might have just 2 pockets potentially on the outside, but this one's got 4. So yeah, never had the need for any more pockets. All of the seams here are double stitched, so good quality double stitched seams. You get these little bits of reflective trim. So I don't know if you can see it there, but yeah, you've got little strips of reflective trim. Just helps you, makes you a bit more visible at night. Collar is extremely comfortable. I've got my rocker suit, for example, for the winter, and as much as it's got padding in the collar and everything, it's still, just because of how big it is, it just, it after about 5-6 hours in a bike, I really feel it. It just digs in a little bit. This complete opposite, very comfortable. Would I recommend this? Would I buy it again? 100%. It's not the cheapest jacket. This was over £400. Not the cheapest jacket, but given the amount of miles that we do, so we tend to do between 22 and 24,000 miles a year. If you do that sort of mileage, then I would say, absolutely. If you have the money to spend and you want to be comfortable when it's hot outside, absolutely get this jacket. Tried on in the shop obviously, but the first time I tried this on, I just thought, wow, that's just why haven't I bought this before? It's just it feels that good. Honestly, it is that good. It's for me, this is just an incredible jacket, and I would highly recommend it. I've been out in temperatures ranging from about 13 degrees to 29. 29, I was still cool in it. I did have it zipped down slightly at lower speeds, but when you're doing high speeds, you can have it fully zipped up and you breathe. It breathes properly, keeps you cool. 13 degrees, I did have a thermal base layer underneath, and it was wet as well. So I did have my raincoat on as well. But again, I was warm enough, no issues whatsoever. So if we look at the gloves, so these are the KLIM Marrakesh gloves. Now, when I bought these, I didn't actually know that these were the KLIM Marrakesh gloves. I just looked at the gloves, tried them on, thought, oh, they're comfortable. Then looked at the tag and realized that they were actually the same gloves for the jacket. So they go perfectly together, really. The gloves are quite small, as you can see. So it's got goat leather on the palm, which helps with with feeling and with grip. It's got stretch mesh panels on the back for airflow, if you can see there. And it really is designed to match this jacket perfectly. When I bought this, I rode away from the shop. It was a hot day, so I thought I'd put this on, rode away with it, and it felt like I was on a different bike. The amount of feel and grip or not necessarily grip, I mean it's got grip, but the amount of feel that I had on the bike, it just felt so different. It actually felt like I was barehanded on my throttle and my, on the handlebars, and extremely comfortable. It took me a little while just to get used to that feeling of, suddenly I could feel my switch gear properly with my Risha winter gloves, which I've been riding through all sorts of temperatures and weather. It's very thick, very padded, and you go by muscle memory with some things more than anything. With this, it genuinely, absolutely felt like I was barehanded on the bike. Felt great. Honestly, it felt so comfortable. Airflow wise, it lets so much air through. Same as the jacket, it lets so much air through that again it feels like you haven't even got gloves on. So protection, if we talk about protection for a bit, it's got this Poron XRD armor in the knuckles, and it's got some in the palm as well. It's got extra reinforcement in your wear zones, and it is really well designed to again protect your hands but make you feel like you're not actually wearing gloves. And that's the same thing with the jacket as well. It's designed to make you feel like you're not wearing it at all, yet knowing that if worse comes to worse, you would still have the protection that you need as well. The gloves have got this pre-curved design. You can see the bends in the fingers there as well. So very stretchy. It moves really well. If I just put this on, you'll be able to see it's nice and soft inside. It's got these Velcro cuffs that you can close them with. So all very easy to put on, very straightforward. What I tend to do is I tend to have these zipped down, then I put my gloves on, and then depending on how warm it is, I either zip it back up or I just leave it open. The first time I rode on the bike with these gloves on, when I went away from the shop, it felt different because it felt so unintrusive. Completely different to the previous gloves that I had, but I got used to it very quickly. And honestly, now I'm sort of almost not dreading, but let's call it dreading, but it's not as severe as that. I'm already thinking about, okay, well, when it comes to winter, I'm going to have to put my thick winter gloves on again, and I'm going to miss the feel that I've got with these ones. Broken very quickly. The first time I wore the gloves, because I got a size slightly smaller than I would normally get as well, they were slightly tight, but because of how stretchy they are, like a good pair of shoes, they've worn in, and they wore in very quickly as well. So where we're at now is they just fit absolutely perfectly. They've got these touchscreen forefinger and thumb. It's got it in both hands, and it works brilliantly. All of my other gloves, every single other pair of gloves that I've got touchscreen functionality in as well. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. It's very hit and miss. With these gloves, it is spot on. My phone doesn't even know that there's a pair of gloves on it. It just works, and that is brilliant. Even just a little thing like that makes all the difference. When you spend hours and hours and hours on that bike, it makes all of the difference. Would I buy the gloves again? Yeah, 100%. For warm weather, there is not another pair of gloves that I would rather use. Maybe just to add as well, you have got this rubber strip on the forefinger of the left hand, and obviously that's just to wipe your visor. Not as big as some of my other gloves, however it works fine. It took me a few goes just the first time just to sort of get the right positioning, and it's about the muscle memory. So just to get the right positioning, so it didn't wipe, it wiped more like an old pair of wipers in your car. But I'm at the point now where, it just wipes, and it wipes, faultlessly most of the time. I probably could do with being out and wet a little bit more with it, just for a bit more practice, just to get it just spot on 100% of the time. But yeah, it works well. I have actually seen other people where, reviews, read reviews, and seen videos where people have said that they're not happy with how the little weather strip, the wiper works. But for me, I think it's just a case of, you just have to make sure that you've got it in your hand in the right position. When you do, perfectly fine. So you might also be able to see, if I just bring it close there, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but you can actually see all of the holes in the goat leather. The wind just comes through. It's like you're riding with bare hands. Absolutely perfect. So would I buy the gloves? Yeah, 100%. Would I buy the jacket? You already know. Absolutely. I would recommend this. If you've got the money to spend, I can't think of a better pair of jacket and gloves for summer riding. So I hope you found it useful, and I'll see you next time.